guys, and welcome back to HR Talks with Lish. I hope you're all doing well. So today I've got a special guest with me, Neannette, my good friend from uni. So we studied HRM together at Aston University, and she's kindly decided to join us on here just to talk about her experiences. We're literally just going to have a conversation about everything to do with HR and where we're at the moment, and just any tips and advice we can give. So just to introduce Neannette to you all. So Neannette has studied law, and then once she studied law, after that, she actually worked at HSBC for a while, and she was just trying to figure out options. And then she started the HRM course, and she enjoyed employment law. I also enjoyed employment law as well. And then after that, she became a recruitment assistant at Coventry Hospital, and she's also worked for HelloFresh as a HR and office coordinator. She bought a house. She's secured a role as a people operations advisor. Like, wow, this is a lot, Neannette. You've done a lot. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me today.
It's a pleasure. I'm happy to be here.
Right, so I want to do a little bit of a Q&A with you now, Neannette. I think we've had a great conversation. It has just flown very naturally. So a couple questions from me. So in terms of like your experience at the moment, like how did you get to the point of being a HR ops advisor? Like just briefly, just take me on the journey.
I'll try and make it really brief.
Take me on the journey.
So I didn't know that I wanted to do HR, but when I did figure out, okay, I want to do HR, I did a HRM because I hadn't done a bachelor's in HR, and I felt like having a degree or a master's of some sort would help boost me. I don't think that's always the case, but that's just sort of the path that I took. And so I did my HRM. And when I finished that, I was really, really lucky enough that I applied for the NHS to work as a recruitment assistant. So I sort of took that on because I'm very much a person who's like, I feel like any experience is good experience. Whilst I didn't want to directly go into recruitment, I knew that I would learn so much just from that tiny bit. And lo and behold, it helped because I was then able to secure a HR and office coordinator role. So I did that, and so I was just touching on so many different things, managing high volume inbox, system support, meeting super strict deadlines, having projects, like just all sorts of stuff that again gave me a really good boost onto this role. So in this role, I first started as a people operations administrator, and then I became a people operations advisor, where again, I'm in my bag because I get to do, I do reports, I do levers, I essentially manage employee life cycle from hire to retire, like literally from start to finish. And there's other bits around it as well.
I understand that.
So, do you get what I mean? Where it's like,
I do the same basically, employee life.
Yeah, but it's hard to say I do this one thing because I don't do just one thing. I do like a bunch of million things, just all putting together.
There's so much, like when you think about it, there's just so many things that you do.
So much. I was talking about this the other day where I thought, I was speaking to one of my colleagues, and we were like, really and truly, if somebody sat down next to us and they were like, oh, show me what you do in a day, they'd be like, how are you managing all of this? But it comes very naturally, I think, probably through passion. I enjoy it so much that it helps me to I don't mind multitasking. I don't mind handling a million different things at the same time. I don't mind thinking about employee retention at the same time as processing the levers, trying to meet deadlines. I don't mind. I love it.
No, do you know what, Neannette? I feel like we do very similar things, because I feel like I can't pinpoint everything. It's just
It's impossible.
And this is the thing, like, so when I had the interview recently for this HR advisor job, for me, the reason, because I didn't take the job, the reason why I didn't take the job is because it wasn't on the same level as what I do now, which was very strange because it was
interesting.
Job. But it's kind of like more of a HR shared service job. So you're kind of like on the help desk, just answering queries. But that's really it. So when the interview was explaining to me the role, I was like, this doesn't sound like what I thought it would. Like, I thought advising and like maybe, you know, kind of liaising with managers, which is kind of what I do at the moment.
At the moment, yeah.
Not on the level as the business partners, but I still do engage with managers.
Absolutely.
So it's kind of, when I heard that, I was like, I don't know about that. I mean, you're saying it's advisor, the title is supposed to be, I guess, higher than admin, but
yeah,
this is another thing.
Yeah.
When it comes to job titles, one HR admin job is not the same as another. I don't think it really depends.
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. I think sometimes it's I think it's important not to focus too much on our job titles. Yes, they help in the grand scheme of things, sure, but I would always focus on like the job description, and like you rightly described in your video where you were like, I asked all these questions because I was like, I'm trying to understand what you're doing.
Exactly.
The job description is telling me one thing and
you're telling
me something else.
And this is why it's so important to ask them questions, you know, because you need to understand what it is they're actually doing.
Literally.
They could be fooling you.
Yeah, I think every different HR departments, they manage things differently.
Yeah.
Some departments, HR is literally a purely admin function, and there's nothing deeper to it than that. And then other companies, it's again a whole people function, and you find most of them, they are trying to make it a whole bigger grand scale of thing to make sure that people feel like, oh, we can literally manage any issue that you have, whether it's a well-being issue, whether it's this, we can manage everything. So everything that comes through our inbox, it's like we manage in some capacity, whether it's system related queries, to the point where you think, am I a HR systems administrator now?
I know exactly what you mean. I know exactly what you mean.
But that's sort of, I think that's my passion. I love the HR generalist side of things. I like that responsibility of being able to do so many different things and learning about so many different things. I think it keeps you learning personally, because there's no one day that's the same, literally none.
That's so true. Like every day is different. There is something new every day.
Every day.
Like, I feel like as well, when you log on, sometimes you just look on your inbox and there's a new problem that you've got to solve.
Like a new problem where you're like, I don't think I've come across this one before.
Like today I had a new problem. Like, so our absence management system usually sends out notifications when a manager has approved a holiday, or when someone's requested holiday and it's not working. So I'm getting loads of people messaging me like,
we've had that problem lately.
Really?
What do you
use? I use Resource Link. Oh my God, do you use
No, you're a liar.
I'm not lying.
No, you're an absolute liar. We use Resource Link.
Oh my God, is this a universal problem then? Because I was like, we need to talk to our provider.
They answer your problems. They don't answer ours.
Nah, they haven't been.
They don't answer ours. We have cases that have been open for months.
Yeah, they're taking a long time. They're taking a long. So I don't know what's going on either, because we messaged them because this was happening from like last week. I've started getting queries like, why am I not getting notified? And I was like, what's going on? So then we contacted them now, and like we're still waiting on an answer. So, but the thing is, you're the one that's kind of responsible for it in terms of from the employee's perspective, because they don't know who Resource Link is.
They do not care less about Resource Link.
So they're coming to you.
They're coming to you. They could not care less about Resource Link. So whenever I try to explain, guys, please bear with us. Our system is, experiencing some other. We contacted our provider, and we're hoping that we'll hear back from.
That's exactly the message I put out today.
And you can't ever give a time, because whilst obviously, you can't give a time,
I was just like, I'll keep you updated.
Yeah, I'll keep you updated. But that's what I mean with this particular thing, system things. It's like, look, I've played around with it. I've done everything I can on my end, but I'm not a systems administrator. Although God knows sometimes I think I am. I've not been able to figure the issue out, so I'm trying to figure it out for you guys, and I'm trying to get somebody to help, but it takes so long. But that's just literally as we're speaking, that's just a testament of our role, where you
Exactly.
just don't know what's going to
You
happen
know
today.
what's happening, you've just got to deal with it. You've got to, and that's the good thing about as well, when you get into business, having all these connections with different stakeholders and different people, because
Absolutely.
if there's an issue, there's sometimes I know a person who I can go to straight away to help me. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So,
Having that in-person touch, not in person, sorry, even over Teams, because I'm a hybrid worker, luckily, but I've always made it a job, like a point, to be able to reach out to this business partner. I've got this problem. Are we able to put this in our contract? No, but just being able to just quickly message someone and know, oh, they can come back to you. But if you don't engage with everybody externally and internally, it makes it really difficult to do your job. I think it makes it super difficult.
Very true. This is why I think communication is so key in HR. Like, you need to have connections and you need to know how to communicate with people, because if you don't, things don't get resolved as well. Like,
and it's a good thing, people knowing your name. It's a very good thing, because then it may not sometimes, because it means people come to you with a problem, but on the grand scheme of things, when it comes to problems being solved, it's a great thing, because you can just, when people reach out to you and you're you feel, I feel useful and I feel valuable, like when someone's like, oh, you know what, Neannette knows about that, reach out to Neannette.
Yeah, exactly. I love that. I do love that. And I do like it when people pop up to me like, oh, Alicia, I heard that you can help me with this. Like,
yeah, I love it, because it makes you feel like, oh, you guys, that I do this job. I love that. Thank you so much. I will try to help you.
No, it's so true. And I feel like that's one thing my manager said as well to me. It's like, Alicia, get as much exposure as you can in the business. That's what I try to do. And to be honest, I do like, I work from home a few days a week and then I go to the office. I do like going to the office as well, and like just interacting with different people within the business, and even hearing like what they're doing and stuff as well. Like, that's really good, because I think another thing about HR, whatever business area you're in, you need to know about it, because that helps with, the support that you can offer.
The support you can give. Absolutely. I agree. Whilst I don't get to go to the office, I'm called hybrid, but I'm basically at home.
Yeah, but still, like, you make it connection away.
No, like I actually want to say that you have this side of you where you can do both and you get to meet people in person. But you can equally actually still make an impact and still communicate and still get to know people, even over Teams. It sounds like, oh, well, but how? But you make an effort to make sure that if you hear, oh, Kate is responsible for L&D, you make sure you reach out to Kate, because Kate needs to know your name. Kate needs to know that, oh, I have a girl in HR that helps me out with this, helps me out with that. Just reach out to all the different contacts that you have and people that are made available to you, because luckily, I think as a people operations advisor, I do get access to basically everybody, and there's no one that will turn down my phone call or
same actually.
So use that to your advantage, because no one's gonna, like, they will literally open up and be like, oh, Neannette, I heard you're interested in learning a little bit more about, employee relations. And I was speaking to one of my managers the other day. I was like, yeah, I'm really interested in learning a little bit more about employee relations. Whilst I don't want to do it fully, how can I do that? Oh, just reach out, and you go and reach out, and she comes back and like, oh, let's set up a meeting. And
this is the thing. So basically, I've been saying to like some of my colleagues, like, I'm interested in career coaching. They've told me, oh, Alicia, we actually work with a career coaching specialist here. Why don't you reach out to so and so? I'm like, oh, okay. So I've done that now, and we've set up a meeting. So now I'm going to be, getting some insights from her as to like what she does. And I didn't know about that until I spoke to, my colleagues. So it's really good to just get yourself like that, even things that you want to do in terms of development, because people know people, and that's how we get our connection.
You've got to just speak on it and let people know this is the direction I'm trying to head into. I promise you, if your workplace values you even a little bit, they will never hinder you learning. Never.
Will not.
They never ever hinder you learning. Learning is important because it keeps the business in-house and it keeps the talent in-house. You don't want talent going elsewhere. If I'm finding that my manager is not meeting my needs when it comes to when I say to her, oh, I feel like I want to be a business partner one day, and she's shooting me down, I'm more likely going to go elsewhere and be like, you know what, I'll just go somewhere else. Hopefully they'll nurture my talent in some aspect. But really, like, I've been so blessed, and it's my favorite part about this role is that I literally can touch and go in this aspect. Oh, let me look at rewards for a little bit. Let me, speak to whoever is in charge, not whoever, I know who's in charge of rewards. Let me speak to the person and let me see if we can set up some time so that I can look through and see what they're doing. And even if it's over Teams,
you can
don't mind doing that. They don't mind.
They actually don't mind. Like, it's similar to you. Like, when I kind of first joined, I wanted to know more about compensation and benefits. So I just reached out to the comps and ben specialist and I said, look, can I have a little session? Can you just take me through what you do? Same with like wanting to be this career management partner. So there's a colleague in my team she's like the recruitment kind of manager partner at the moment, and she's got a load of knowledge. And I said, listen, I need to set up a meeting with you because I need to kind of learn the ropes in terms of this. I know that you know a lot about this area. And she was like, no problem at all, you just set it up. So it's true. I think you've got to just be vocal. And if you want to do something, just ask the question. I think that's the thing that you have to do. Otherwise you're just going to you'll just be stagnant. And I just feel like sometimes, yes, opportunities can just come your way. People can say, oh, do you want to do this and that? But when you really truly want to do something, you've got to reach out yourself. I think
you have to. I think it's important not to sit on our laurels. I think sometimes we get a little bit discouraged. You hear about, oh, my mom or my dad knows this person, that's a contact. Use that contact. If you know, I want to get into this career path, use all the contacts that you can. Even if you're offering your services for free at first, you've just got to think it's not forever. I'm trying to gain something from the situation. And I think you're the best example of this, where you were like, I'll intern for a bit because I know what I'm trying to do and I know where I'm trying to go. And it paid off so quickly because you were focused with it. Do you know what I mean? You were focused with it and you immediately were like, yeah, I want to do this and I know where I'm going. You were focused with it. And I think making a path, and you don't have to be, I know that some people are like, oh, well, but if I didn't have all this experience, no, you don't need massive experience. You just need focus and direction in knowing and understanding that, oh, this is the path that I want to choose. How can I make it happen? Do your research. Apply.
Literally, that's it. That is.
If you're not getting a job rejection every single day, you're not applying for jobs.
No, it's true. It's true. Because literally, that's what it was when I was applying for the internship, trying to apply for grad roles, just nothing was coming through.
Me too. I think we went through the same thing where we were all just like, it's just nothing is coming through. What's going on? Like, it's, we're applying. They told us to get a master's and we got the master's.
I know, we've got it. And now, like, why am I not getting anything? Like, even after my undergrad degree, no graduate program, nothing. I tried and I couldn't get it. So then
I tried. I tried. I was applying every single day, and sometimes you wouldn't hear back.
Yeah, you wouldn't hear a word, and you're just like, wow, what is going on?
What is going on? But what I did, I just learned from that you know what, you don't have to take there isn't just one direction. You know what I mean? I think sometimes we're kind of told that, oh, grad scheme is probably the only way to go, the best way, but it's not. That, like, there's so many different directions. You don't have to immediately land a HR type job. No, you don't. You just need to land a role that can help you get those skills that are required. Do you know what I mean? It's like any job, it's not like you're becoming an accountant where it's set in stone, like you've got to be, good at maths and all of that, things like that, like being an accountant. But I think HR, there's so many transferable skills. So you've just got to find a way to land that job, that role that allows you to get all those skills, because they are there in basically most jobs.
Definitely. I think we've really just had a whole conversation, to be honest. Like, the Q&A didn't really Q&A. We kind of just went off on one, but that's good though. I think we still dropped a lot of good gems. So we definitely did. I just want to thank you, Neannette, for your time, for having this conversation with me. I just felt very chilled and relaxed. So I'm hoping the audience are taking a lot away from this.
Thank you for having me. I'm really, really grateful. I think you're doing something absolutely amazing that this community absolutely needs, and I support it 100%. I'm not even a video person like that, just so you know, guys.
But yeah, but you know, you were so natural.
I support the thing. That's it.
You were so natural, like, honestly.
Well, thank you so much. I really enjoyed this. And I wouldn't even mind doing it again.
Yeah, we should actually do it again. We definitely need to. Like, maybe we can go through the other questions.
Yeah, like, honestly.
Yeah,
there's quite a few things.
That's cool. All right, well, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.